Welcome to WB Mason Postgame Extra exclusively on SNY.TV. Saturday night, the Milwaukee Brewers made it 2 of 3 over the Mets as they beat the Mets 5-2. Mets had a 2-0 lead in this game, but a tough inning for John Niese in the 5th inning doomed him.
Well, I mean, when you're up 2-0 and you got John Niese pitching as well as he was, you kind of like your chances in the situation. And like I said, we certainly I don't know what happened, but we had a chance to get out of that inning. We didn't.
Yeah, them getting those runs with 2 outs is frustrating. I mean, they hit it where we weren't, and it was very frustrating.
I don't know if his concentration got broke when the ball got by the catcher and that run scored, but after that, all of a sudden, just balls started to come up in the zone a little bit, and they got a hold of him. I would have, he certainly deserved to go back out, but I knew we've been having a tough time scoring, so I thought we had to hit in the 6th. So
I thought I should have been out there anyway, despite whether I was up 8th or not. But Terry makes those decisions; those are out of my control. I could have went 1 or 2 more.
Well, he threw 4 brilliant innings, and remember, this is his second start since he missed around 16 days. His last start before the All-Star break was July 4th. But he had one of those innings where he just couldn't get out. Gave up 4 hits in that inning. A ball kind of fell in center field, a blooper that aided to that Milwaukee 3-run inning. But you know what? It was a 2-out rally by the Brewers. They got some clutch hitting out of Braun, got a big RBI single. So just one of those things where it blew up on him, and the Mets offensively, Gary, continued to struggle.
They had one inning where it looked like they had a chance to really get to the starter, Willie Peralta, leadoff double from Curtis Granderson to snap an 0-for-18 streak, and they only got 1 run in the inning. What looked like they could have had a lot more.
Well, d'Arnaud came up with a chance to drive in a run, and he popped it up in shallow. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, and he hit a ball to shallow right field, not deep enough to score the runner. A base hit there could have changed the whole complexion of the game. But, Peralta was there for the picking. He was ripe for the picking, I should say. He had trouble with his control. I think Ron Renicky, the manager, made a wise decision in lifting him after they got the lead for him when he started the 6th inning. He just didn't have it, and the Mets just couldn't get the clutch hit.
Well, his command was off for sure. But when you're throwing 97, 98, they're not easy to hit. So, we got some guys in some good situations, and we just couldn't mount anything. Certainly in some situations, they made some big pitches, pretty good pitches. These guys are, you read all the time that, they've got a nice lineup, but their pitching has really been very, very good. So, we just got to do a better job of, when we get a pitch to hit, do some damage with it, because they're certainly doing the damage when they get a pitch to hit.
8th straight game, the Mets have failed to score more than 3 runs, so they're now 4-5 on the road trip with 1 more to play on Sunday afternoon. Jacob deGrom gets the ball for the Mets against the Brewers' #1 prospect, Jimmy Nelson. That's a 2 o'clock start, 1:30 the coverage for Pepsi pregame live on SNY Sunday afternoon. That'll do it for WB Mason Postgame Extra. Be sure to join us after every game for exclusive coverage on SNY.TV.